So as the VP and his wife try to keep the peace in the Middle East, back here at home, MSNBC host Jen Psaki taking digs at Usha Vance. Among her comments, and there were several, suggesting the second lady is scared of her husband, and those words now raining down on Psaki. So Fox News contributor Hugh Hewitt is here. Hugh, good morning to you. Here is a clip. It went on for several minutes. This does not go on for several minutes, about 30 seconds long. Watch here.
I think the little Manchurian candidate, J.D. Vance, wants to be president more than anything else.
Yeah.
I always wonder what's going on in the mind of his wife. Like, are you okay? Please blink 4 times.
Yes.
We'll come over here. We'll save you. And that he's willing to do anything to get there. And he's young.
Yeah. And ambitious.
And agile in the sense that he is a chameleon who makes himself into whatever he thinks the audience wants to hear from him.
Okay, there was more from that. Blink 4 times, we'll come over here and we'll save you. What do you think, Hugh?
Well, Bill, good morning. Good morning, Dana. After I got the show notes, I listened to the entire episode of I've Had It. And I want to begin by saying one of the old rules of broadcast, which ought to stay in place, is never mock or minimize domestic abuse. It happens about 10 million times a year in America. Less than 40% are reported. The victims of domestic abuse are often reluctant to come forward because they won't be believed or they'll be mocked. So that was a disservice by Jen Psaki, and I think a real one. It's not an insignificant podcast. The I've Had podcast is sort of niche, insult, comic-y for middle-aged women, and it's got about 1 million views. It does well. It's on that far left edge of the Democratic Party. But I want everyone to listen to the episode, The Devil Wears MAGA, because you played the only part of it that could be played over any kind of mainstream news organization, the only part. And what Jen Psaki seemed to think is that she'd been in a safe place, that no one would hear what she had to say. Took shots at Joe Biden, by the way, as well, as at Vance and at Trump and at little Mike Johnson and bigger John Thune. It's just below the level of commentary that we would expect, Dana, from a former White House press secretary.
Yeah, I would just say J.D. Vance and his wife, they go everywhere together when they can. I mean, that's my experience watching their relationship. Go ahead, Dana.
Well, to me, it's a true love story. And I think another rule in general is don't go after the spouse. Why would you? Ever. Like, why would you do that? It's not helpful. It's interesting to me, and wow, you really took one for the team listening to the entire episode.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that there are so many podcasts out there. There's so many different ways to communicate, and everyone gets a choice, and that seems to have been quite a bad one.
Oh, it was also kind of revealing because they had obviously taped it before Graham Plantner blew up in Maine. Before it became obvious that he was not going to be a mainstream Democratic candidate, they had taped it, and they all had wonderful things to say about AOC, Mamdani, and Graham Plantner. So it's behind the news curve to begin with. But here's what the takeaway from that is. The left is out of ideas. There is no substance, only insults in the entire 50-minute podcast. There's no argument about what ought to be done about the shutdown. There's no argument about J.D. They don't bring out that Usha Vance is a Yale undergraduate, Yale-trained lawyer who clerked for Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts, having had already clerked for 2 circuit court judges. She's brilliant. She doesn't need any taken care of from Jen Psaki and a couple of middle-aged ladies from Oklahoma, an interior designer and divorce lawyer. It's not where Jen Psaki should be, even as she tries to migrate her MSNBC audience over to MS Now, which is really what this is about, trying to engage some clicks to let people know she's still there.
And just so for folks at home, Plantner's the oyster farmer from Maine who had a very short-lived attempt to be the senator, right? And apparently has a tattoo of a Nazi symbol on his body.
Yeah, he's promising to have it removed. But this episode was taped before his press secretary or campaign director quit and before his Reddit post came out, which are shockingly radical.
But it came out at the same time that he was on another very popular left-wing podcast in which they're basically trying to rehabilitate his reputation in order to keep him in the race. But I have a feeling he'll be out.
No, not a chance. I think that Janet Mills will be their nominee. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Hugh.
Thanks for coming.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.